So we have a direct Wednesday. It's tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 3 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be about 40 minutes, and according to Nintendo, it's going to focus on 2019, and they specifically named Pokemon and Luigi's Mansion as being, I guess, some of the focuses of the direct. So I decided to bring some people in, and I figured we would do a predictions episode here, as we did this last time for E3. We had more people, but we definitely did a pretty big predictions episode for E3. But Nate pointed something out. This appears like this might end up being possibly a bigger direct even than E3. It's 40 minutes long, so there's a chance that this is going to be a really exciting direct tomorrow. But I brought in, let me go through the list here. We have Scott, known from, of course, the channel Scott Stash. How you doing, Scott?
Hi, how's it going? I can't wait to be incredibly disappointed by the direct.
Yeah.
That's my job.
That's Nate's job. Nate has to be jaded by the industry. Everyone else has to be excited. Then Nate, DirectFeedGames. What's going on, Nate?
Not too much. I'm actually excited for this direct.
This is weird. I've noticed this.
What?
You seem
I'm
excited
for the September direct, and I was not a big fan of the E3 direct. So Scott and I have swapped places.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by this, Nate, because you usually roll in here and you're like, this is gonna be terrible. But you're very optimistic.
Yeah, which means it's gonna come around and I'm gonna look like a fool. It's gonna be like the worst direct Nintendo's aired in a decade, and I'm gonna be like, well, that was disappointing.
And then we have Sean RGT up from his nap to
greetings
to participate in this predictions.
Well, see, I had a busy day. I had to go to the grocery store, and like that was my one time leaving the house. And then you're sitting there like, oh yeah, Spyro. I got a Spyro video coming up. And GameStop didn't call me to let me know that Spyro came out today. I forgot. So then I had to leave the house again, go to GameStop.
It's a tough life.
Your busy day is I left the house twice.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Food and entertainment.
What'd you get at the grocery store? Anything good?
I got a half pound of honey ham, cauliflower pizza, some cereal, milk, just basic stuff.
Okay.
Some Zevia.
Yes, because my I got a 24 pack coming in from Amazon tomorrow, but I didn't have any for today, so I had to buy some grape. 6-pack of grape. It's not bad.
All right. Very good. So the direct tomorrow. I thought it was gonna be on Thursday, but they seem to at least catch me by surprise. And it's at 6 p.m. They do that sometimes, but again, I thought it was going to be like 9 a.m. Pacific Thursday. I think we had talked about that, Nate, at one point on the podcast, that we thought it'd be Thursday at like earlier in the day. But, you know, at 6 p.m. Eastern, I'm actually okay with that on Wednesday. It gives people a chance to get off school or work and get home to check it out. So I think that's going to be good.
I don't know, man. I miss the days when directs were at 9 in the morning. Those were so much fun.
9 in the morning. 9
I just
Eastern.
wake up and just rub the crud out of my eye, and I notice like, oh, Donkey Kong Country is coming to Switch. Oh, great.
Because I see, like on the West Coast, people have to like really plan for those because it's like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Pacific. They're up at like 5:30 to make sure they're ready for them. Like, man.
Yeah, I mean they've kind of nailed down the timing recently. They're generally around the 6 p.m. Eastern mark these days.
Yeah, and this is
all over the place.
What time is this in? This is like 11 o'clock midnight in Europe, right? So they're gonna be up late trying to watch the direct and then covering it. So
they'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. So they said Luigi's Mansion. They said Pokemon. I'm actually unsure as to what else they're going to be able to show for Luigi's Mansion. I'm sure Pokemon has. Well, they could show more Pokemon, I guess. So I'm not really sure what they're going to expand on with those. But I think most people are really interested in what else they could talk about for 2019, because there have been hints about games that still need to release in 2019 that haven't been announced. And then, I mean, they said 2019, but let's face it, I think everyone here figures that there's going to be some 2020 representation for games in this direct. So who wants to kick it off? What do we think is going to be here outside of Luigi's Mansion and Pokemon? Because we already know those exist and that those are coming this year.
Luigi's Mansion 4.
That's what I heard.
Down. All right, Luigi's Mansion 4. Just going to announce it right away.
Well, I heard it's going to be like a double pack. It's going to come out with 3.
It's going to do 3 and 4.
Luigi's Mansion 6 is going to get announced as well. It's coming out next year. How long do you think they're going to they're going to talk about both Pokemon and
Oh.
Luigi's Mansion. Like I think it's like I don't know how long it's usually like 5-minute intervals for like the games they focus on.
Yeah, because they focused on Luigi's Mansion quite a bit last time. Remember, they showed us like the move sets and some other. Like, I'm trying to think of what else they would have to really show us.
Scare scraper stuff.
Okay.
I think that's what they'll show.
I mean, you figure you think 5 minutes each because Pokemon likes to do their own thing in their own direct, right?
I don't know. I feel like with Luigi, they're probably gonna just show off more levels. Like I'm kind of thinking of this like when they focused on Mario Odyssey in the September Direct 2 years ago. They didn't. I'm trying to remember what they revealed. They kind of just blew out a lot about that game. Like they just showed off more levels and stuff like that, and they showed off some random features like the photo mode and stuff like that. So I feel like that's going to be a similar deal with Luigi's Mansion, where we're going to see new level themes that we haven't seen before, and maybe get more of a glimpse on the multiplayer, because like we have seen a lot of stuff on that game in terms of like the core features and the core like move sets, the core move set of Luigi. So it's just like I don't really know if they have like this big thing that they're waiting to reveal. But I feel like we're just going to see new levels.
Yeah,
Is that a cardinal in the background?
I didn't want to say anything. What was...
They talked about the hotel actually having like several floors, and eventually it like opens up and like you can go anywhere in it. But
Scott's about to get killed by a falcon right now. It's swooping down on him.
So like I had some bread that I had to get rid of. So I live next to a lake. So I was like, I'm just going to throw this out for the birds. Dude, those things swooped down. Like there was like a flock of birds chasing after me. I was just running away. It was so cool. Oh.
Nate, what do you think? Metroid Prime Trilogy? Yes, no?
Oh, Jesus.
No.
We're never getting off the hook for that thing, are we? All right, fine.
I wouldn't expect anything Metroid Prime related at this direct. I'm kind of hoping they surprise us and come out with like a new 2D Metroid for Switch.
I hear the rumors about a 2D Metroid. That is something I keep hearing about.
That would be really weird that they would announce Metroid Prime 4 and they would announce 2 more Metroid games before Metroid Prime 4 even like we got anything more on that game. Because Samus Returns got announced after 4. And then we would get another 2D one.
Like 10 minutes later.
Still, I mean,
it's still after.
It's a chronological order.
I mean, Samus Returns ends on a cliffhanger. Pointing to another Metroid game, which wouldn't
Metroid
be
Prime Federation Force ended on a cliffhanger.
Metroid Prime Federation Force.
Wait, people finished that game? I'm surprised people.
I never played it. I just remember. I think like it ends with like it's something like Psylux is like chasing it, like following like the ship or something.
I would love a Metroid Prime Hunters on the Switch. Just as okay, no,
the
stop
weirdest
it.
Switch port you could ask for right now.
No, dude, like the online in that game was super good. Like it had native voice chat and stuff, and like all the characters were so unique that each character had their own play style. So I really enjoyed that. That's probably one of my most played games ever. I would love to see something like that.
That would be good on Switch just because they could give it like a traditional control scheme and it could be in a better resolution and all that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, it had a
Ninja Gaiden DS ported to the Switch.
It's a hell of a game.
You wouldn't just want Sigma or Sigma 2 or anything like that?
Yeah, I would take any sort of Ninja Gaiden. Honestly, I feel like now is the time. We're just getting off topic here. Now is the time for Ninja games to come back because they're kind of, Sekiro, Bayonetta's hot. Like, where's a Shinobi? Where's a new Ninja Gaiden? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So announce a Ninja Gaiden at this direct.
Okay, there we go. Ninja Gaiden. So there's a couple of games that are already technically announced, and people are looking for updates on them. So we'll go through them real quick, and you guys can let me know what you think the most likely is out of these 3 that you think might have some sort of, even a cinematic trailer or some kind of update. Bayonetta 3, Breath of the Wild 2, or Metroid Prime 4?
I think Breath of the Wild 2 would be the most likely, but I don't think any of them are gonna happen.
you can
like,
say
I feel
none.
like the next time we're gonna see Breath of the Wild 2 is gonna be next E3.
I think so too.
Yeah, I'm the same as Scott.
No, I think we'll see Breath of the Wild 2 at the Game Awards in December.
That's right.
Okay,
that's right.
yeah, that
you were
would be
saying
fair.
that, Nate. That makes
As
sense.
for this story, I could see Platinum wanting to do a teaser for Bayonetta 3 now that Astral Chain is out.
I
But
think
it
that
might
would
be a
make
little
more
too
sense at the
close.
beginning of 2020, like for the 2020 Direct when they do that. I feel like that would make more sense,
especially if they have Bayonetta lined up for like holiday 2020. They talk about it at the beginning of the year and then have like a full marketing push like the rest of the year. That would actually make sense because you figure they want to talk about things that are coming out like in like the first half of 2020 in this direct. You would think, or summer.
Last September direct we had Luigi's Mansion 3 and Animal Crossing, and neither of those games are even out yet.
That's a good point.
So we could see like a Bayonetta 3 teaser, or maybe even something Nintendo hasn't even announced yet for 2020. Like let's say like an Odyssey sequel or a new 3D Mario or something like that, just to sit there and be like, hey, we do have other stuff besides Zelda coming in 2020 for you to get excited about.
I like the idea of an Odyssey sequel or a new Mario game. That actually would be really cool to see that. But maybe they could do a Bayonetta 3 update
on that right now, though.
No, not Odyssey.
I just don't like. We got 2 Mario games this year, and one of them was completely irrelevant. So it's just like I feel like Nintendo is kind of tapped out in terms of Mario stuff for the year, in terms of like core Mario platforming.
Okay.
I feel like 2020 we're definitely gonna get an Odyssey 2 announced.
Okay.
I don't know why they just don't do like a big DLC pack for Odyssey. Like
I am getting sick of people predicting Odyssey's gonna get DLC.
Like I think if it would have happened, it would have already happened by now. Yeah. But it's so weird that Breath of the Wild got 2 DLC packs. Mario Kart 8. I mean, realistically, on the Wii U got so many DLC packs. So it's like this game lends itself. Like you just make new areas and you make new worlds. You already have the gameplay mechanics down. You know what you want to do with it. Like it's such a good selling game too. I don't know. It was always weird that never got.
Yeah, but we DLC. still don't have any kind of DLC for Mario Party.
So who cares about that game?
But it could be better. It's just they haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, it could be better.
One of my predictions. I think
they
we
can
will
just
get
make a
something
sequel.
Mario Party related.
Nothing Mario Party. Oh man.
Actually, something Mario Party related.
Okay.
They've been doing yearly Mario Party stuff for a while now. Like, they'll even announce Mario Party games like one year. I mean, like something Mario Party news related happens every year for a while now. So I feel like either Super Mario Party will get DLC, or it'll probably be paid DLC, which is a sham. But I feel like there is a chance Super Mario Party 2 could be announced, and it could even come out like, fairly soon, because they did that with like Mario Party The Top 100 like 2 years ago, because that was announced in September and that came out 2 months later. So it's not totally unheard of. If they're just reusing Super Mario Party 1 assets, I could understand why they wouldn't give it like a huge like amount of like build up time to release, because like it would basically be like, oh, it's Super Mario Party 1 again, but with more mini games or something.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that
how
speculation.
How much can you really like build up, and how much can you really like hype up if it's literally going to be like just kind of like an expanded Super Mario Party 1. But who knows, maybe they might announce Super Mario Party 2 and it's actually like a March release or something.
Okay. What about Smash Brothers? Obviously there's going to be Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the character reveal, because obviously there's going to be some sort of character revealed here. We all are pretty confident on that. And the the thing that seems to be getting called is an SNK character, and I guess Terry Bogard seems to be the front runner right now.
The amount of disrespect that people are giving SNK is ridiculous.
I saw Nate talking about that.
People are like, "Oh, SNK, what is that? Really?"
Oh, let me actually hold on.
People aren't aware of what SNK is. Well, they're not aware of the games they made.
You know what? We're all old though. Hold on a second.
But it doesn't matter. I mean,
Capcom versus
Fatal Fury and King of Fighters on the Switch eShop right now.
And Samurai Showdown is coming to the Switch. That's one of my predictions, that they're going to give the North American release date for that.
Let me ask Scott. Scott, are you familiar with SNK like that? Because you're a little younger. And SNK was really big during the GameCube era, for example. There was Capcom versus SNK, but before that,
that game was awesome.
It was pretty awesome. Good, but I'm curious, Scott. What are your thoughts on a possible SNK character coming to Smash?
I don't want any stinking characters from that boomer company SNK. I'm cool with it. I just think an SNK character is kind of it's just not very exciting in my opinion. It's just not something that I think a lot of people are going to get excited about. But I'm totally fine with it. I think SNK has a lot of like it has such a huge place in like video game history. But I personally feel like a lot of SNK characters, and I'm not well versed in SNK other than the only SNK games I really enjoy is Metal Slug and Neo Turf Masters. And that's pretty much it. Because I'm not a big fighting game guy outside of Smash Brothers. So to me, a lot of SNK characters that I've seen feel kind of knockoffs of like Capcom fighting game characters. To me, that's just kind of what it feels like. But that doesn't really undervalue like what they've done for the industry. So I'm fine with like an SNK character in there. I just don't think many people are going to be like, oh, finally, Terry Bogard is in Smash Brothers.
It's not going to be celebrated. You're saying like Banjo was celebrated, for example.
Oh no, because like I barely saw anybody even talk about SNK and Smash Brothers before this. Like just because like that's just kind of like, you know, it's just not as iconic. But I don't think it should be like disrespected. You know.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I find really weird is I'm sorry, was Dragon Quest a huge thing?
See, that's the thing.
And everyone crapped their pants when Hero was announced?
No, but the West didn't. The West was like, who's Hero? And then Japan was like, what's Banjo Kazooie? And now people are like, no one cares about Terry or Fatal Fury or SNK. Like, no, Latin America loves SNK.
Oh, that's
Japan
a good point.
Loves SNK. Like, it's not just the American market. Like, yeah, we're stupid and we lost our minds over Banjo Kazooie. But like Joker, Persona's not that popular in the West. It's a niche RPG, and people are like, "Oh, SNK is not that exciting." Then name one character outside of Banjo that's been exciting for the West.
I think that if they do this with SNK, I really hope that last one is big. Like that last character is one that everybody can recognize and get behind.
Yeah, if the last character was Terry Bogard, like there would be riots in the street.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking. I'm like, all right, if Terry is the last character, that would be tough.
Like we've been saving this one for last, folks. Like
I think the last character, like they got to bring in like
Leon Kennedy.
That would be
really cool.
That would be interesting, but like they have to bring in someone like Doom Guy or Master Chief as the last character to really like get people. Like,
I feel like they're all going to be from different third parties.
I want Ryu Hayabusa.
That's the other one I keep hearing about.
I
Ryu.
don't want two Ryus in the game. That's so weird to me. I know there's two Roys, but two Ryus is just really weird to me. I don't know.
I keep hearing Hayabusa.
He's iconic. He's an iconic game character, and Smash is a celebration of the industry, and Hayabusa belongs in Smash Brothers.
This is going to be fun. Who you call it wants to jump in? Wood wants to jump in.
Oh, God. They just let anyone in this.
He doesn't even know what an SNK is.
He doesn't know what an SNK is.
I don't think they had it in Australia.
Let's see.
I think it was called like the KNS down there.
Have you ever been to a K&S cafeteria or a K&W cafeteria?
No.
Oh, they're good, man. They're in the South.
Well, now I'm okay with SNK and Smash Brothers.
free K&S.
So do we? I mean, do we think it's just Terry, or do you think there's anyone else who could be a part of it?
I think there's a chance it would be my just because I feel like she is probably one of the more iconic SNK characters, but people have brought up how her outfit's a little too racy for Smash Brothers. I feel like they could probably tone it down a bit, but honestly, the racy outfit's kind of what's iconic about her.
Because with Hero, we were like, okay, Hero's getting added. That would seem to be the rumor, and then they end up bringing all of the different, like a bunch of different Dragon Quest characters in.
Well, yeah, they like to throw gimmicks into the DLC fighters to make them like interesting and unique.
Yeah, so, like I almost wonder if they're just going to bring multiple SNK characters in, and we've just heard of Terry.
Yeah, I mean, that would be...
Terry's kind of the face of SNK fighting.
Yeah.
Unless they're bringing in like the tank from Metal Slug.
Oh,
I would die for the Neo Turf Masters guy.
Oh my God.
What about Ham Homara, or however the hell you say it, from Samurai Showdown?
I think there's a chance because Samurai Showdown is coming to the Switch. So...
I mean, I tweeted that out, and everyone was like, "I don't want another sword character." I don't know if is it like that though in Smash, like a bunch of sword characters like that.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like a
firing
running
everything.
joke is that people don't like how many sword characters there are in Smash Brothers. I think that's kind of toned down, and people just don't like the anime characters in Smash
Well, we
Brothers.
have Beatemups. Wood joined us. I don't know if you can hear
Hi,
us.
how you going?
he's
Nice
here.
to be here.
Hey, we're doing predictions for Nintendo Direct tomorrow.
Oh, great. I have none, but I'm here.
Sweet, nice. Well, you can do running commentary on all of our awesome ideas, like Luigis
Yeah, I'll
Mansion
just
4.
shut down the ones I don't believe in.
I've kind of upgraded to Luigi's Mansion 8. I think that's more likely.
Oh, I agree with that one though.
We
That's
did
true.
talk a little bit about Smash character. A lot of people think it's Terry, but did you have any other ideas about a Smash character before we moved into the next one?
Nah, because anything I say will be wrong. But maybe Tracer, because that would just be hilarious.
Okay.
My favorite SNK character. Oh my god.
Well, I wasn't picking an SNK character, Scott.
Okay. Let me reiterate. I'm totally fine with SNK in Smash Brothers. I just think it's fairly underwhelming overall to North America.
Super underwhelming,
That's-
especially after like Banjo and Joker.
Well, that's just the thing. I mean, like,
Joker was underwhelming.
yeah,
No,
the
it
Joker was
was
kind of like
not.
a niche pick, but it's just like I think it was one where like enough people said it, so it was just like it. The thing with
became
Joker is that
cool.
it was just pure disbelief that it even happened.
Yeah.
Like nobody was
Joker
expecting it. So.
completely whelmed me. I was fully whelmed by Joker.
Oh, gosh.
I wasn't. I mean, I remember watching that on the Game Awards, and my jaw was just dropped. Not because I was like, "Oh my god, Joker's in Smash Brothers." I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah, well, they went out of their way
it's
to do
ridiculous.
Persona 5 and not like, Persona what Q2 or whatever it was. They specifically did Persona 5, and that's what really got a lot of people, was that they pulled a character from that. So there's also rumors of a shadow drop, and Nintendo does this a lot. And I've been trying to figure out what they would even shadow drop here, and that's the problem. It's really hard to tell.
I have one of my favorite predictions I came up with today, which is Alien Isolation. It's shadow dropped because that got rated recently.
Yeah,
Which means it's going to come out soon. So I'm going to make the prediction that it's going to get dropped on the eShop.
I would really enjoy that.
That
honestly,
could be actually. It's very possible. That's
I think it's
they didn't get paid
Overwatch
for it.
though.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Overwatch, but I feel like they'd want to hype that up a little bit more, especially because I assume it's going to be getting a physical.
It should get a
They
physical
wouldn't
in stores.
Yeah,
Right?
No, just a Switch case.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, anything getting a retail release won't be shadow drop.
They announce the Switch case at the Direct. That's the end banger.
Not even Overwatch, just
I think Alien Isolation's a good one though as a shadow drop, just because
Yeah,
that's,
but
that's
if
an eShop game.
But like Nate said, if it's getting a physical, which it is,
Yeah, that can't be. It
Oh,
will
Alien
probably get
Isolation getting a
dated.
physical.
I believe so. It
I
better
just
be.
never heard of that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it did. So
That's a bigger game too. That was 2 discs on the Xbox 360. So that's going to be a 16 gigabyte cartridge.
I was thinking about predicting like Wolfenstein: The New Order, like the first Wolfenstein game, like of the rebooted series. But then I remembered like the 360 version of that. Did you know that came out on 4 discs?
What? Really?
Yeah, it had 4 discs.
I don't think
so
I played it on
just
the
like
360. What did I play it on?
I was like, there is no way that it's coming to Switch.
Ooh,
Well, I mean, there is a way, but it would require more.
See, I thought that maybe like an older Far Cry game or something would just get shadow drop, something little like that.
You know what? I bet it's gonna be that poo ass Elder Blade or Elder Scrolls mobile game.
Man, you're probably right, dude. Because that's free to play, right?
It's free to play, no physical.
Yeah,
They were proud of that one at E3. They were like, "Yep, we did it. It's coming to Switch, everybody."
And then everyone applauded. And
Well, I mean,
they loved it.
it looked okay, and then Max played it, and he was like, "No." And then I watched the video, and I
Played
was
Commander Keen yet?
like, "Oh my god, that can burn in a fire."
They haven't
I mean,
even. That account hasn't tweeted about the game since E3.
Wasn't it supposed to release this summer?
oh
It probably
man,
did, and no one noticed.
Eh?
yeah, man, that's great.
But anyway, with shadow dropping, I mean, like this is kind of going in with Smash Brothers as well. But do you guys think we will get any Banjo info? I'm not sure about that because they like to do like separate presentations where they just talk about the character.
So here's
talk about the moves and they talk about what's coming in the update.
So I do think Banjo is going to be talked about here. And
I think they're releasing it.
I think he's coming out really soon. And
I think he's coming out during the direct.
I feel like he's coming out
immediately
soon,
after.
I feel like they might do something like in the early direct this year, like the February direct. They just they had that dumb, stupid Smash segment where they were like, the version 3.0 update is coming.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I think Banjo's...
I feel like that's going to be similar where they're like, we'll have more information this month.
I think Banjo's out next week. He has a standee that's 7-Eleven in Japan, and that thing expires on the 15th.
I think Hero came out like a week after his standee expired.
So
I feel like it's gonna be like mid to late September. Banjo would drop. Yeah, I always pegged it as an October release. I don't know why.
I think Banjo's this week. I think he drops within. I think he drops by the end of the week because we've already seen him in action. We've seen his moveset. So it's just gonna be like, hey, Banjo's out. I mean, right now.
You're probably. I mean, here's the thing about these characters. They can really release them when they want because once you see the characters coming, most people probably went and just bought the fighter pass.
It doesn't matter. They can do whatever they want. Like, who cares SNKs and Smash Brothers? Because everybody already bought the pass.
Whatever they want.
It's just like you're not going to get anybody to buy the DLC separately.
Right.
Like there's nobody who's like, I'll take Hero, but nothing else. Like, no, everybody's buying the pass because everybody wants to have like all the Smash Brothers characters unlocked.
That's how I'm playing. That's how I'm playing Smash with the DLC. I'm like, I don't care about Joker, so I'm not going to buy him.
I don't care about Joker, but I still bought him because I'm a moron.
Well, if you buy, how much of the characters just by themselves? Like $5 a piece or something?
It's like $5. You save some money buying the pass.
Yeah, so you might as well just buy the whole pass then.
Yeah, but I don't want.
And you have all the characters
unlocked. I haven't even unlocked all the characters in the game because I don't want to play World of Light.
You just play regular battles over and over.
Yeah, I don't play regular battles though. I play online. I get the character I wanted. I play online, and the game's like, well, you're never unlocking anyone else because you won't play by yourself. I'm like,
I'm gonna grab a shadow drop from a third party. I'm gonna just throw it out there and say that a Fallout game will get shadow dropped, like a Fallout 3 or something.
Wow, no physical.
Wow. I'm just throwing it out there. Nope. I think they're just gonna move it over digital only, and I think that's how it's gonna work.
I'm gonna predict a megaton shadow drop then. It's going to come from our good friends at Capcom.
No,
they're going to shadow drop Devil May Cry 2.
Nice.
Oh, man.
They finally did it.
Are they? You think? I thought they're gonna do their whole remasters thing at TGS. So I wonder if they're gonna do anything here.
I feel like there's definitely going to be at least one Capcom remaster announced, and then the Capcom remaster TGS panel will be completely like irrelevant. They're just going to talk about the game that they announced at the direct.
I'm going to give Capcom one out here and say they'll announce Mega Man X9.
Oh, like I feel like that's totally coming out in 2020 because they did a similar thing when Mega Man 11 came out, where they had the X Legacy collections come out the same year as that, and they have the Zero ZX Legacy collections coming out in 2020. So I feel like it would make sense to do X9.
See, I'm proud of you, Scott, because that's how I know you watch Newswave.
No, I came up with that myself, I swear. I remember you saying that. I was like, damn it, he took it from me. Like, I literally had that idea, and then you said it. It's just like one of those where I felt like I was super unique.
Well, you know what? We'll will it into existence. We'll will Mega Man X9 into existence. That's fine. I feel like
it's totally fair. I mean, like, they referenced it, like, in the Legacy collection. Yeah. They alluded to the fact that there's more.
Well, it's 11 sold well on the Switch, and
yeah, I mean they're happy with it. They said they were happy with it, so
why not throw it in direct? X9. I just want to see the art style they go with. That's the only reason I really want to see X9.
I mean, like if it was released during the Mega Man 9 days, I would expect 16-bit, but I feel like they might go with like the 11 style, where it's kind of more like 2.5D. I'm cool with that. I think Mega Man 11 looks really good.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think X has a really cool design. You can do a lot of stuff with those different armor sets and everything. So.
Oh, I mean, I would love like a hand-drawn 2D style.
Ooh,
I think that would look beautiful.
That would probably take forever to make.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna go with more of a 2.5D.
Yeah, like Cuphead,
which will look good.
Cuphead took forever. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
Capcom's not going to spend a mint on Mega Man X. I'll say that. They're not doing that.
No.
Yeah, but, I think I'm looking at something about Fallout or like a Borderlands 2 or something. I'm thinking Fallout though is an easy one because Outer Worlds is coming out. You figure they might just want to drop it to get in front of them with some kind of game like that. But it's just an idea, just throwing it out there.
Gearbox already did Bulletstorm. I think they're done for the year.
That's the thing. I mean, Bulletstorm's that's just digital, right? They didn't do a physical copy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. You could shadow drop. Oh no! You know what's getting shadow dropped is Doom 64.
That's okay. That's a good release.
Yeah.
That's
That'd
getting.
be cool.
I forgot. I have all the stuff written. I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh yeah, it got rated.
That would be such a weird thing where they're like, all right, Doom 1 through 3, and then like 2 weeks later, Doom 64, everybody. Like it's just kind of weird to me.
Well, it
but,
never released on anything other than a Nintendo 64.
And it was dark as hell, so I hope they increase the
That would be
lighting.
so. I never really played that one.
Dude, it's so dark. Like,
Really?
But if they brighten it up, Sean, people will complain that it's not authentic to the N64 experience.
They wouldn't. They seriously wouldn't, because it's literally so dark. Like, you can't even see what the hell you're doing.
Dude, I'm on board. I'm on board for that though, man. If they drop shadow drop that,
It's a good game.
yeah. Well, I didn't really play it. That's why I'm really looking forward to that. That's like the only real Doom that I really haven't played much of. So I'm in for that. That'd be cool. Assassin's Creed. We at this point know Assassin's Creed 4 and what was the other one? 4 and Rogue. Are coming. We pretty much know those are coming at this point. Those could be shadow dropped, but they'll get a retail. They'll get a retail. Yeah. So, but this year I would assume on that.
Rogue is actually one of my, if not my favorite Assassin's Creed game. It was pretty underrated, and not many people played it. Rogue, yeah.
I didn't really play Rogue because
not many people did, because it weirdly dropped the same time as what was it? Unity?
Yeah.
It dropped on the previous systems that everyone had moved on from.
Yeah, my PS3 was unplugged. My PS3 was unplugged.
It actually leads straight into Unity, I believe, because like the start of Unity is like the end scene of Rogue, I think, or maybe flipped backwards. But Rogue was really good.
Yeah, I'd love to.
When was that? 2014?
I don't know.
4 is God tier though. 4 is so good. It's not even, like Jordan was saying on the Spawncast, it's not even really a great Assassin's Creed game, but it's a great freaking pirate game.
I fought that game like 4 times.
No, 4. Black Flag.
Well, Rogue is very much like 4, which is why I liked it so much.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested in this now that you're saying that, Wood, because I didn't really play Rogue. I think they re-released it on the PS4, but by then I was like so far from removed at that point and doing other stuff. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm interested.
No, it's good. It's as good as Assassin's Creed got before they revamped it recently, and now it's a whole new thing. But
yeah, it's barely Assassin's Creed anymore. I mean, Odyssey was good, but it's not. It doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed.
I like them, but they're very different.
Yeah. Any other third-party games outside of Overwatch, which we assume is I think that's launching in October. But is there any other third-party games you guys have in mind before we talk about the amazing online service?
I feel like there will be nothing Microsoft related announced at all.
Yeah, what would be Microsoft related then there?
I mean, they could do like a Banjo Kazooie port of like the XBLA remix. They could randomly do like
Rare Replay.
I think there was
they could bring over Perfect Dark.
No, just do Rare Replay at that point.
God.
What, the online of Perfect Dark was awesome on the 360.
I've never been the biggest Perfect Dark fan.
I
don't know. I mean, like, I just feel like they aren't stopping their Switch support, but I feel like everything that was somewhat rumored has all kind of come out. There is like Forza and like the possibility of other stuff, but I don't feel like Microsoft's gonna show anything.
What would be cool? I kind of want like all the Fables. That would be fun.
Fable would be cool.
That would be weird, as like they're just like, oh, Ori and the Blind Forest, Fable 1 through 3, you know.
Yeah,
but
the Fable 1 is so good, and it would be so good to play it portably.
Yeah, I mean that would be really cool. I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening. I'm saying it would be cool. I hadn't thought of this before, and now I want it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see anything Microsoft related outside of like Banjo Kazooie at this direct. I think we'll see more Microsoft Switch stuff coming in 2020.
Okay.
Didn't they kind of say they were done for now after Ori? They were like, yeah, that's it for a while.
No,
yeah.
that statement
that's
was
what all addicts
misunderstood.
say.
That was kind of all over the place, that statement. But more Microsoft stuff we're thinking is going to be talked about in like the first direct next year. I'd lean into that. Yeah. So the online service, probably the best value in games right now. $20
Yes,
for the year. Gets
Zoda,
you,
Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. It's gonna get revealed.
so the online
Or the
service,
NES Online.
tons of rumors about Super Nintendo games. How are they going to do this? Are they even going to talk? What if they don't even talk about the online service? What if it just never comes up?
I honestly think there's a possibility.
Now is the time.
Okay.
This is when you announce Super NES support to get people to resubscribe for another year to this amazing service where we get classics such as volleyball and NES pinball. Now you
But
have
not Zoda's Revenge for some godforsaken reason. Oh my god.
Do you think they run a swerve and do something like Game Boy games instead?
I honestly think that
Okay.
would be way more interesting to me personally, just because SNES games have been re-released as much as like NES games. Like not as much, but almost as much. I think it would be
Super NES games
more
are good.
interesting. Oh yes, I know.
They're not like
but it's just like
NES
I
games
don't know.
haven't really aged all that well. A Link to the Past is still a classic. You can play it today and it's still awesome. Super Metroid is still awesome. So it's tough. Like Game Boy games, if you're just like talking about
they
like,
don't
the
age well,
generic
but-
Game Boy games, like what are we gonna get? We're gonna get Tetris,
6
Alleyway.
golden coins,
the
6 golden
Pokemon,
coins.
6 coins, and what? Like if you had
Baseball,
include
Game Boy
color,
baseball.
like we need
No,
color in
I-
advance to
I'm
really
not-
like justify a Game
Yeah.
Boy line.
Well, I'm not saying like Game Boy games would be better than SNES games. I just think it would be more interesting to me personally, just because Game Boy games haven't been re-released as much. But SNES games would be
I
a
will
far
say
better value.
Game Boy Advance games over Super Nintendo games, though, if they went that far.
That would be fine unless they use that as like an excuse to not release certain SNES games. Like, hey, you get Mario Advance 2 instead of Mario World, and it's just the screen crunch
Well,
version.
Super
stuff
Nintendo
like
games
that.
coming. Does everyone think the price is going to stay the same, or do you think they mess with that?
Yes,
It's gonna.
the
I
price should
think
be the
it's
same.
gonna. I think they're gonna increase it for SNES.
See, I had that thought too. Nate is kind of thinking they're just going to keep it the same $20.
There's
That's
no
fine.
value in the service as it is. Who's going to give them more money?
Everyone.
Me.
I'll say everyone.
Maybe if they would put in some SNK games in that
Oh,
service.
here we go.
Thank you.
How much money do they need? I'm ready.
How much? What? Okay, what if they just say, you know what, Mario Sunshine's on there right now, $100 a
Then
year.
they should cancel
It's
the
part
whole
of the SNES Online.
No, just they just will it, and it's just there, Mario Sunshine.
Are
you missed
Are you one of
that.
the
Switch.
believers of that tweet? Are you one of the? people who
Oh,
think there's something more to
what?
that.
Oh yeah. The M is on his hat, so Mother 3 is coming.
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna say, well, he has a Mario hat on, so
No,
that
I
means
think the social
Mario
media-
Sunshine must be coming because he
think-
was wearing a hat in that game too.
I think the social media manager was just like, this will be a really cool thing to tweet out for summer, and then he did, and like the internet goes on fire, and he's like, oh man.
Tweets it out like literally like the last week of summer.
just to be like, hope you enjoyed your summer, and people were like, just
Like, where were you in June?
You wanted people to enjoy their summer without the memory of Mario Sunshine ruining
Oh,
it.
here we go. Okay, we don't have time for Mario Sunshine talk.
Okay, SNES games. What SNES games do you think?
And how many? How many do we drop?
20.
Whoa. 20.
They
just like
started with a similar
drop
amount for
a lot.
NES.
Just like with the NES, you drop.
I feel
20.
like there's going to be slightly less than NES, but it's going to be around that ballpark.
Because I'm looking at like the NES, they had to drop 20 because there was nothing else there at all. Like now they at least have a bunch, like what they have 40 something NES games there. So
Yeah, and there's 20 good ones. And if that.
could they drop? They could drop like 5 technically if I mean it's Nintendo, you know. They're not.
Nah, drop that full list that
Ooh.
leaked when they
Yo, if
when
they drop
did the
that full
Ross
list-
you get 20 of those games. You have Star Fox, Mario All Stars, Link to the Past,
There were some good
Mario
games on
World.
there.
You get all those on there
So-
day one.
I think Demon's Crest was on there though. That was weird.
And everyone's happy.
I want
That's the
to ask
Capcom
this.
announcement.
I want to ask this because I know I saw this, and I just want to make sure I'm not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
During the Switch presentation 2017, they totally announced NES and SNES games
They
were
did.
coming online.
Yes.
Yes, they announced SNES games as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, I'm not crazy. Okay.
It was
This
weird.
is just like, yeah, and then they just backtracked, and they're like, "Oh, yep, NES games are coming online."
Yeah.
And you know, they specifically like showed like Super Mario Kart or something.
I
in,
feel like
one
they
of the
thought
images.
about it and they were like, wait a minute, they're gonna have to resubscribe in a year. Okay, let's just hold these off. Here I have the full. I have the full list here.
Planning both at the same time, and then the SNES Classic was just selling so much. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, we can get another year out of it, so why give it to them for like $20 a year when we can sell another 3 million of these things at $90 a piece.
I have the full list here of Super Nintendo games that were data mined. This was back in January before the list eventually disappeared. These were actually found in the NES, the Nintendo Online app, which I assume is also going to have its name changed, I think.
I feel like they're going to do a separate app, maybe,
Okay.
for SNES.
There was Super Mario Kart, Super Soccer, Link to the Past, Demon's Crest, Yoshi's Island, Stunt Racer FX, Kirby's Dream Course, Poppin', Twin Bee, Star Fox, Contra 3, Kirby Superstar, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Kirby's Dream Land 3, Super Metroid, Super Mario World, Pilot Wings F-Zero, Star Fox 2, Super Punch-Out, Legend of the Mystical Ninja, Super Mario All-Stars, Breath of Fire 2.
Do it.
Super Soccer. Thank God.
There's a lot of Capcom in
That
there,
is a list. That is, wow, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That would get people
Yeah.
to resubscribe right away, I would say, for $20.
How much longer do you think they're going to be going on for the NES Online? Because they did say that they would either eventually stop or some months won't have games.
I think they ran out of games last month when they gave
Well,
us.
yeah, they ran out of games 4 months ago, but they still have Earthbound Beginnings and there's Star Tropics 2, and there's like they could re-release like the mysterious like Murasame Castle or something that was like the Famicom exclusive ninja game with Takamaru in there. There's like a random garbage they could throw on there, but there's definitely some that they could put on there.
That's why they would have benefited from having Super Nintendo games and Nintendo games from the start, because then
because like that's the same problem that they had with the Virtual Console back in the day, because they would like literally release like 2 garbage games one week and then nothing for like 5 months, and then they would like just do it. I thought like this would like help the problem, but no, it's literally worse. It's literally you get 3 games a month and sometimes 2, and one's just a save state in Dr. Mario.
That's why they should have had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy ready to go from the start, because even if you need something, you could throw in just like a Game Boy game just to be like, here's something different, I guess.
How many systems do you think they're gonna do with this like online like strategy? Because some people say like GameCube games, and I don't think GameCube games are gonna be included.
No way.
In a perfect world,
they could resell those.
In a perfect world, they separate this entire thing from the online like if they could have made a good online service, decent.
I would love if this was like a service you could go for if you want.
It
or
should be their
if you
Netflix.
didn't want the service, then you could just buy the games that you want and they're on your Switch forever. You could just buy, I only want to play Mario 3, I buy Mario 3, there you go. Instead of having to subscribe to the service.
It should be their online service should just be separate, and then they have a Netflix app that has all these games. That should be it.
Yeah, because I would like it if I could just buy the games that I want, because honestly, I kind of forget those games are even on my Switch because they're all hidden within the app. And the app is like convenient. I like that, I'm paying like $20 a year for like 60 NES games, and 55 of which I barely have played, but on the Switch. But I would have liked I would like the opportunity to buy the games that I actually want.
I haven't even thought of that. That's like if we separate the games from the app. So like you're saying, all right, so Super Mario 3 is in that app. Instead of having the app on your home screen, you can have Super Mario 3 on your home screen, and that then accesses
you just buy
the
it
app.
like regular on the eShop for $5. If you don't want to subscribe to the online, just buy Mario 3 for $5.
Yeah. Okay.
I would like the option. But,
So we all pretty much think Super Nintendo games are going to show up then. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. The patent for the controller leaked, so I don't really see you.
I will be. Am I the only one who bought those NES controllers?
Probably.
I got him.
Yeah.
Oh, what has them? What has them? Okay.
Yep.
They're
Never took them
good,
out
by
the
the way.
box because why would I? But I got them.
You didn't even. I did.
I thought you were gonna say I was just playing with them.
Yeah.
Like I
Did
play
you?
with them every day.
Well, Spawn, you would have taken them out the box and then taken them apart, right? Or
That's
did
what
you
I
leave
did.
Those ones intact.
Oh no, I destroyed them.
Cool.
I mean, I put them back
cool.
together.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's partially why I would want to see Game Boy games more, because I would want to see what monstrosity of a controller they would come up with for the Game Boy Joy-Cons.
We're still hoping.
Imagine just one attachment that like slots onto like the right side, and you kind of flip it upside down and play it like a huge Game Boy screen.
It'd be beautiful.
That'd be
It
cool.
would be so good.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Yeah. So we'll get Super Nintendo control. I assume they're going to announce those at this Direct as well. Physical Super Nintendo controllers to buy, which I'll get them.
Oh, they're literally just gonna like really terribly crop an image of a Super Nintendo controller over like the September Direct from last year. Where they're holding up the
Hey,
NES
that's what I did for my
controllers.
fake direct. That's
Oh,
exactly what I did.
fantastic.
They
They're
can
just
just
gonna,
they
they're
can
gonna
honestly-
steal your video and just
Yeah,
play it
if
on
they
the
want
screen.
it, I can just cut myself out and give them the raw of my fake direct I made. Everything else came
No,
true.
they'll just
So
they'll just even have you on like in the corner.
I can't wait till the day they come out with the Nintendo 64 controllers and you can slot those on the side of your Switch. Oh man, that's gonna be
I
awesome.
can't wait. It's gonna.
I still want like a GameCube sliced in half that I can put either side. That would be cool.
Yeah, they need to do more.
I'm
just need to
surprised
do
they
more
haven't
with-
done something like that. Like Hori hasn't
Right?
done something like that or
This
something.
is something I've gone through so many times on my channel, but when the Switch first like leaked online, like before it even released, and like we saw what the controllers were going to be like, people were mocking up all this fan art of like different kinds of attachments because it's Nintendo, right? You would think they would do stuff like that, and the GameCube controller was one of them. And then there was like fishing rods, and one side was the reel, one side was the rod, like stuff like that, right? But I'm so surprised they haven't done a GameCube one yet.
Yeah, I would like that because I feel like that would be way more ergonomically pleasing to my hands than the Joy-Con.
They just need to do something else with the Joy-Con. A D-pad Joy-Con would
Ooh,
set
ooh,
the
I
internet
have-
on fire. It's the
I have an
So
idea.
many options for customizational things that would just sell them, like make them so much friggin' money, and all we get is like a few different colors. Like that's it.
Yeah, what is it? Blue and orange.
Yeah, cool, great. There's a purple one now.
Oh yeah, but only for the left side. Nintendo, if you're
Yeah,
listening,
right.
I need
and
two.
if you want a design of any kind, you have to buy a whole new Switch, and you get a nice little line on your Smash Joy-Cons.
What was your idea, Scott?
Oh, not really an idea, just more of another prediction. I feel like we're gonna see another special edition Switch Lite.
Ooh. What Luigi's Mansion?
A Link's Awakening.
Luigi's Mansion 4.
A Link's
Yeah,
Awakening one would just sell like hotcakes.
I feel like that's too close to announce that, just because I feel like they would have announced that when they announced the Switch Lite, because they announced the Pokemon one right alongside the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
So I'm
You're
not
not
sure.
wrong. You're not wrong,
But
but
I
I'd
just
still buy it.
feel like maybe like a Luigi's Mansion Switch Lite,
I
maybe.
didn't even ask-
But I doubt it. But I don't know. I just kind of thought either it's a new special edition Switch Lite or just a special edition Switch in
I
general.
could totally see an Animal Crossing one. Like,
Oh,
totally.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, like they had the 3DS XL that looked like a Pop-Tart, like the Animal Crossing 3DS XL.
Yeah, that game is definitely getting a special edition light. There's no way it doesn't. Like it would make
Or
no
at
I
least
sense.
just
a
think we
special
will
edition
see
Switch.
Animal Crossing in general here.
Do we see Animal
I
Crossing?
I don't think we will. I think everybody will be very disappointed.
I don't know if we. I mean, do we really? Like, is there anything else we really need to say? I mean, we watched them play it for over an hour in the treehouse at
Animal
E3.
Crossing's a really weird game to like talk about in a direct because it's kind of like one of those things. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. So it's
Yeah.
just like
We've kinda-
it's one of those things where it's just like it's hard to even think about like what they would say like in those Switch headlines. Like what would they even say about Animal Crossing? You know,
We've kind of talked about that at times. You bring it up a lot, Nate. That Animal Crossing just doesn't demo that well.
Yeah, it doesn't. They don't need it in this
Because the
direct.
people-
if they
yeah,
want to
well,
talk
the
about
people
Animal
who-
Crossing, wait till early next year when it's closer to release. There's no reason to waste time in this current direct when the game is still 6-7 months out to sit there and say, "Oh, we have, this raccoon will steal your food from your porch." Like what?
Okay, so let's move into some of the big time announcements because it looks like Monolith is going to be doing something here. There was talks
Yay.
about the direct getting retweeted. I'm sure Wood's happy. There are talks about the direct getting retweeted, I believe, by Nate. Did you see this? It was the producer or the director's wife, which
Yes.
generally points to there being some sort of information because she's done that every time.
She doesn't typically retweet any direct that doesn't have some sort of correlation to a Monolith announcement.
Yeah.
So it seems as though either Monolith's new IP or maybe a new Xenoblade is going to be
Xenoblade
featured in this direct.
X2.
I'm thinking they might just grab Xenoblade X as well and port that over.
That's
Did
what
they
I'm
say there was
thinking.
like problems with porting that or something? Like it would be a lot of work because like that
Yeah.
game was weird because like you had to download specific patches for like specific things, depending on like how much storage.
Oh, I
space you had
remember
on your
that.
VU.
So it would load
Or, like,
faster.
you could be like, hey, I want it to load faster, or hey, I want the graphics to look better, or something like that.
You know what would be better then?
So
if they're not
that,
gonna do,
that game would take up a lot of space unless they compress it.
If they're not going to do X, they need to
hell.
go do what a lot of people think is the best game in the series, and that's the first one from the Wii.
No.
Yeah, but they don't. I think
The
Nintendo's
Monado!
more
The
likely-
Monado! The Monado! No, do Xenoblade Chronicles X. Everyone has played Xenoblade Chronicles. You played it on the Wii. You played it on the 3DS. Chronicles X was a game that was severely underrated. The scales were amazing.
The scales were
It was-
cool.
It was just on a system that couldn't handle the vision of the game, whereas the Switch could potentially handle the vision of the game easier.
I mean,
And
the
yes,
The skills were cool. The only problem is it took you 40 hours to get
It took
it.
forever.
didn't matter. Once you got it, it was awesome.
That's how you know if people actually played the game, if they know the scales were cool or not. Because you got to
Some
get
people
pretty
would
far.
say it was the last good Xenoblade game.
Ooh.
I mean, me personally, I liked Chronicles X better than
Oh, okay.
2.
Okay.
What about Torna?
Okay. Okay.
I didn't play Torna.
I see how it is.
Were there skells in Torna? Thank you.
Torna was decent.
I don't think Scott. You didn't really get into Xenoblade, right?
Well, my favorite Xenoblade game that I hope gets ported to the Switch this direct is Pikmin 3.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Classic.
That's fine. Don't worry.
That's
Wood's in the same boat. He's not a Xenoblade guy.
I'm not big into that kind of game. It's just not really
Well, if
my
it makes
thing.
you feel any better, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I think I'm 170 hours in.
Oh wow. Well, I have the special edition for Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I question why I have it every day.
Speaking of Pikmin 3, did y'all see Arlo's prediction of Pikmin 4?
Okay, so I was going to move into that as well because that's actually one of the bigger announcements I think could be here because we're all pretty confident that Pikmin 3 is going to get announced here, most likely for a January release.
I mean, so have you? So are more rumors surrounding that other than just speculation on the fact that like I remember there was like the rumor that a 2013 Wii U game would get ported, and is that just like everybody is just jumping to the conclusion that it's Pikmin 3, or is there more rumors going around?
Talk of Pikmin 3 Deluxe has been going on.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
For like 8 months now.
Yeah,
It's not
been a
just some
while.
random talk. The game, Pikmin 3 is going to come to Switch. Now is probably the perfect time to get it. Like for them to announce it, it'll probably release early 2020. But like, will you announce Pikmin 4 alongside of it? Are you going to do a Bayonetta?
I feel like
Bayonetta
it's
3
going to be.
situation?
I feel like it's going to be like early next year if Pikmin 4 is revealed.
Okay. I just feel like if they're going to do the port, they would then say, "Oh yeah, and Pikmin 4 is coming" or something. And that actually might. I do wonder.
Is it just that like casual?
Oh, I do wonder if that's how they would even like. Is Pikmin 4?
I think they would definitely say that because they know. Like when Astral Chain was announced, they were like, Bayonetta 3 is still coming.
Yeah, I do wonder if Pikmin 4 is that a big enough game to close a direct with?
No.
No. Okay.
It's not even big enough to open
Shut
with.
up.
I don't know. I think it might be, but okay.
No. Hell
Pikmin 4 is a subtitle after
man.
when they're playing the Pikmin 3 Deluxe like trailers at the bottom, like Pikmin 4.
Oh,
is in
Pikmin 4 are now in
development.
development or something.
And then you transition to
has
something
always
better.
gotten the shaft, okay? It's always been released on consoles that nobody owned, and it still did pretty well. Like
Thank
Pikmin
you.
3 sold
Pikmin's
over-
great. I'd be stoked for
Yeah.
Pikmin 4. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Pikmin, no.
Pikmin 3 is a great game, but I mean,
It's fantastic.
yeah, but it's still only a game that sold like 1 million copies.
On the Wii U.
It was the Wii U.
Yeah, but it wasn't that big on the Wii when they re-released Pikmin 1
Nobody
and 2.
even knew it came out on the Wii.
Everyone knew. Everyone knew.
Yeah,
Everyone
I
knew.
go to whenever I go to my mom's house, she's just like, man, Pikmin just, I don't care.
And let's not forget about the stellar Hey Pikmin that released on 3DS.
Oh my god, yes. So good.
So okay, so if it's not that, what's the big first party announcement that you guys think is going to happen? Is it from
Monolith.
Retro Studio? No, Monolith's the big one. So nothing from Retro. Retro really hasn't done anything the past 4 years.
Retro is Prime 4, and that game isn't ready
Are
to
they-
show.
do you think-
Unless they come out with a new logo, and
Well,
they're like, look, now it's more blue.
So you don't think there's any cinematic trailer or anything from Metroid Prime 4 is just not going to be there?
even if there is a cinematic trailer of just her helmet or her gun shooting something and just shoots out the logo,
Yes.
does it matter?
Yeah, I guess that's
We
true.
know it's in development. Like, woohoo! You showed us a logo of a game.
Yeah,
you told
maybe
us was in development in
Monolith.
January.
Maybe Monolith is really how they close the direct out.
I mean, that'd be good. Everyone's excited to see what they're up to.
Yeah, maybe
It's better than
really is
Pikmin 4.
I also had an idea of a new Star Fox game,
I don't know.
but not Star Fox Racing. Not that. Don't worry. Not that.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Not that. I was thinking like a new Star Fox game with collaboration of Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I think they have to go down that avenue.
They could remake Star Fox 64.
Nothing's
again.
happening. Starlink's done. That's not nothing. That's not going anywhere. It's over with Starlink.
Yeah, so Nintendo should take the Starlink idea and make a Star Fox, another game that nobody buys.
Well, I think they bring in Ubisoft to run support and help get it done because they did a good job with overall with the Star Fox IP. I thought it was fun.
It was the best Star Fox game that wasn't a Star Fox game.
I feel like Star Fox, if Ubisoft is making it, would be announced at Ubisoft's conference at E3 next year. Because they announced Mario plus Rabbids, because that's a big deal. Like, Nintendo collaborations are such a big deal to Ubisoft. Like, they love touting it at their press conferences.
I mean, they could announce at the Direct and it wouldn't even come out till after E3 next. Or what if it's coming out before E3?
What if it's the stealth drop?
What? I mean, that'd be a good stealth drop, but I don't.
I mean, right now we're like predicting like 5 2020 games.
Yeah, I know.
We have Pikmin 4, Pikmin 3, Star Fox.
We don't have any. I mean, what else?
Monolith.
What else do they really need to? I mean, we talked about Overwatch coming this year. We talked about Assassin's Creed. Like a lot of the games, first party stuff we're talking about is like for next year.
Town. Little Town Hero.
Town. That's a good one.
Spring 2020. I'm saying it right now.
What if Town is a December launch?
I bet it's...
That's the stealth drop.
No, hell no. They would have shown
I
it.
could see them stealth drop that game.
They would have shown it way before now.
The stealth drop Town. Game Freak just kicks that thing out the door, man.
I could see that.
I have a prediction that I'm proud of. I don't know why. Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 comes to the West.
Okay.
I would like that.
Okay, that would
That
be
could
all
be a
right.
stealth drop.
Here's the thing, though. That was on. Well, here's the
Just
thing.
saying.
The reason it could be is because I don't think it would get a physical release in the West.
Yeah, because it was a big game.
It's a 32 gigabyte cartridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why wouldn't they have just released it digitally 2 years ago?
Because they didn't feel like localizing it.
Well,
Yeah,
Heroes
but
2
Nintendo's the
recently
only
came
reason.
out.
Nintendo's
Heroes
the
2
reason
recently
they
came
didn't do
out
it.
at that time.
I mean, it's becoming a bigger franchise on the Switch. So, but I don't know if you want to stealth drop that so close to the release of 11.
11. Yeah, that's
I'm so
true.
close to them stealth releasing Bayonetta 3. after the
Right.
Direct.
I think Town. I think that's a good December release. Like first week of December.
I feel like it's
I
more
think-
likely pushed to 2020 since we haven't seen anything about it since
I could
last
see
year.
Town sliding into like
The DMs.
October.
Town in October. Can they?
Yeah.
Can they make that work? If Overwatch is
What?
there, Witcher's there, Luigi's Mansion's there.
Okay,
Why not?
Town is going to be a big game, is it not?
No.
It's not big at all. It's a town.
Yeah, apparently it all takes place in that town. So I don't
It's
see
a
it
little
being,
town.
I don't see it being a huge game. I see it being a short, fun experience that they worked on the side of Pokemon.
I think
It's
that might
probably
be.
like
You
a
think that's
5-hour
that might be
digital
a
only game.
yeah, that might be a $30 or $40 game.
I think it just seems bigger than it will be because it's Game Freak.
You think it's digital only?
That feels weird as a digital only game for them to they announced it like a year ago
Yeah.
and
I
it's
think
still not out.
I mean,
you know?
I don't know about
know,
digital
but-
only. I'm just saying I don't think it's going to be a full thing.
Oh, it'll
the
be-
entire game takes place in one town.
It's definitely digital only. I mean, come on. This is the same company who made Tembo the Badass Elephant. Yeah, exactly. No one knows what
Hey,
the
I
hell
maintain that
is.
it is weird, like what companies deem worthy of like a physical release these days. Like it's just like randomly like things that you would never expect to get like a physical release, get a physical release, but then like Onimusha doesn't get a physical release on Switch or something like that. You know?
Well, it did in Japan.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, it got a physical release here on like PS4.
Yeah.
I just find that weird that they were like, yeah, you know, do that, but not like Switch or
I think
something.
they have to really measure, especially for the Switch, if it's worth putting it on a cartridge. I guess like compared to a Blu-ray, that is.
Onimusha on a physical cart for a Nintendo Switch. Is it worth it? There's your video.
So
Yes, it is.
You
so
can get like 20 minutes out of that.
All right.
so to finish up, I'll ask you guys, how do we open the Direct and how do we close the Direct? Because those usually
What
the
have
two
we
biggest
actually
points,
predicted?
right? We've predicted a whole an obscene amount of stuff because I've been going through here. We've predicted a lot of stuff here. But what do you guys think? What do you think they open with, and what do you think they close with? Like, if you're in charge of the direct.
Bowser.
Video games.
What do you?
No, I would say you open with Breath of the Wild 2.
Whoa.
And you close with the Mario.
You close with Breath of the Wild 3.
I think you open with the Smash character, which is probably Terry, and then you close, I think, with Monolith.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Do you think there's going to be any other SNK announcements to go along with Terry?
You mentioned
as in like outside of Smash Brothers, like SNK games.
Yeah, because Samurai Showdown is confirmed for December in Japan.
Do you think we're gonna get like a King of Fighters game on Switch?
That's been rumored.
Yeah,
though,
it has been rumored. You could see that. You could see the
stealth. There's your stealth drop, boys and girls.
You could see King of Fighters. What are they up to now? King of Fighters 15?
15. Yeah. I've heard rumors of 15 coming to the Switch.
Yeah, because otherwise, what 14? I guess has been out for a bit. They could drop that, or they could just say, "Hey, 15's coming." I could see that. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at like my Switch and 3DS games right now to just kind of think about like what's missing, because like Luigi's Mansion 3 is a sequel to a 3DS game, so I'm kind of thinking like what other 3DS games could there be a sequel to, because that opened up the direct last year.
Y'all mentioned 2013 Wii U games, and I've had that list up since then with Mario 3D World and the Wonderful 101, or Wii Fit U. We could get Wii Fit Switch.
I could see a 3D World port.
We could get Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 2014 Olympic Winter Games come over.
Okay, so we have Mario 3D World port. We have Alien Isolation Shadow Drop.
It's not going to be Alien Ice. Don't get my hopes up.
Okay, I'm just trying to make an okay list here. We have Smash character opening as Terry, I guess.
Sonic Lost Worlds drop.
So I'm kind of going through now. So we have Smash opens with Terry, and then we go to Nate. You said a Mario 3D World port.
Sure.
Okay.
Followed by a Pikmin 3 port.
Is Pikmin
followed by a Wonderful 101
But
port.
would Pikmin 3 be next to a possible Pikmin 4 announcement, or are we just thinking just, hey, Pikmin 3?
I'd say they'd probably throw up like a logo just to say Pikmin 4 is in development.
Okay,
and
so
then make a little Pikmin chirp sound.
So we have Smash Bros. Opens with Terry, Mario 3D World port, Pikmin 3 port with Pikmin 4 logo after that in development, Alien Isolation Shadow Drop. Okay, that's where we are so far.
Okay.
I'm gonna
then
say...
we have the crap we have to see, like Luigi's Mansion.
Okay, so we'll just say Luigi's Mansion is in the middle.
They're going to still talk about Dragon Quest XI-S like it's like they have news about that or something, even though it's like a 2-year-old game at this point.
And you have to talk about the Super NES for the Switch service.
Online service. Okay, so we have online service getting an update. We assume SNES.
Mario Maker. Mario Maker's going to get an update.
You think that's going to get like a DLC?
We still have to get the online friends.
You think that's going to get DLC like Mario Galaxy or something?
Yeah, we'll probably get a new theme.
Yeah, I feel like a new theme would probably be like Mario Brothers 2.
Okay.
I'd say.
Because I looked at the list for last September. That list is long for stuff they announced in that direct.
Yeah, it's when they announced all the Final Fantasy games.
Yeah. Mario Maker 2 DLC. Okay, got that.
Mario Party. Mario Party.
So you think Mario
2.
Party? Okay, we're just gonna go Super Mario Party 2.
How about this? I'm gonna say that
won't make everyone mad.
Spring next year.
Okay, Super Mario Party 2.
You think we could have any like new, like Nintendo Switch online games, like a Tetris 99 type of release, of just some random IP of like Puyo or something?
Well, maybe they bring over Tetris Effect.
Maybe.
Yeah, they could do something like that, right?
Like, I wonder if they do another Switch Online exclusive type drop.
Exclusively for Labo.
Oh, that's right. We need to have the Sizzle Reel, because there's a Sizzle Reel in there. So I think...
there will be very little info on Link's Awakening. It's literally going to be, it's coming out. That's about it.
I can see. We've seen that.
What about a demo for Link's Awakening?
What? Hold on. What? Did you say
Why not? We've had packs and everything, so why not a demo?
The Shadow Drop.
The Shadow Drop.
Yeah, maybe they Shadow Drop a demo of like another September game, like
totally
Link's Awakening or a new Daemon X
You know what?
Machina demo.
I'm gonna throw the Link's Awakening
Ori
demo
or
in there, Nate,
something.
just because I really want that to happen.
Don't they have a DLC for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
That's
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
That was out on the 30th, right? Cyclops and but then they also have the next pack. Pack 1 is coming.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, so the Sizzle Reel so far I have Assassin's Creed 4 and Rogue, Alien Isolation, Shadow Drop today, Overwatch. These are ones they just go through there.
Damn, you really think Overwatch is going to be a sizzle reel?
I kind of do. Do you really think that's going to be like, guys, Overwatch is coming to the Switch?
Yeah, I think you'll have the Overwatch could open.
They made a big deal about Diablo 3.
All right.
Overwatch could open.
And nobody really wanted Diablo 3 on the Switch. Nobody was like screaming for that.
Tell you what, I'll put Overwatch after Terry gets shown. Smash opens.
I can see like the Blizzard guy coming back there and be like, "Hey," and then they tease like World of Warcraft at the end.
I do think
Or it opens with Samus struggling to kill some demons, and just when it looks like she's about to go down, a big zip runs past her and then kills everything, and then she runs back in and it's Tracer, and it's like, coming to Smash.
And then no, it's Metroid Prime Hunters.
Oh man,
It's Trace from Metroid Prime. That's what everyone was talking about. Tracer. I'm like, who the hell's Tracer? They mean Trace from Metroid Prime Hunters is going to be in Smash Brothers? That would be really cool because Trace was the sniper.
so I have
Go to hell. Go to hell.
so some of the Sizzle Reel that I have right now. I have Assassin's Creed 4 Rogue. I have Alien Isolation. I have A Hat in Time, Hollow Knight Silk Song. Those are just
Ori
like
and the Blind Forest.
Ori in the Blind Forest. That has to be part of that.
Probably Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, good pick. Good pick.
Okay, Ori 6.
NBA.
6.
Oh no, well NBA comes out Thursday.
Yeah,
But they might.
You think
They'll
they'll
probably
might.
get a sizzle reel.
they'll just throw the slot machine up there
Yeah.
real quick? All right. They just took some. They just filmed some action at the Vegas. There we go. Slot machine. Got it. All right.
I still think there's going to be some random third-party announcements that are coming out this year.
The problem is it's hard to tell.
Because it would just be guessing like a random-ass game. Be like, oh yeah, it's going to be... You'll probably have Doom Eternal shown in the sizzle reel.
Yes, Doom Eternal. That's a good one. Okay, so far I have Smash opens with Terry, Overwatch being focused on, Mario 3D World port, Pikmin 3 port with Pikmin 4 logo at the end, Luigi's Mansion 3 gets a look, Dragon Quest 11S gets a very quick look. The online service of Super Nintendo games is like right in the middle. Mario Maker 2 DLC, Super Mario Party 2, Link's Awakening gets a demo with a little look, and then the Sizzle Reel hits with Assassin's Creed 4 Rogue, Alien Isolation Shadow Drop, A Hat in Time, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Ori and the Blind Forest, Resident Evil 5 and 6, Doom Eternal, and then we're at the, I guess then we're towards the back end.
Like a 40-minute direct. I think we filled like 15 minutes there.
You think that's it? That's how many games did I just say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then the Sizzle Reel, so that's 18 games.
Even if we did 2 minutes a piece on average, I mean, we're still only halfway done. We suck at making directs.
Well, we never accounted for the 20 minutes of games we won't care about.
I'm putting my Star Fox game in there. That's going in there.
I'll give you $5 to take out the Mario 3D World port. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm gonna put.
I will take your $5 and bet it does happen.
Oh man.
Oh well.
Oh no. I am putting Fallout 3 in the Sizzle Reel too.
Everybody listening.
Yes,
this
give me
bet
that.
is official. We have thousands of witnesses.
Oh gosh.
If it happens, Scott owes me $5.
Nate really wants to tell everyone that Mario 3D World's going to be announced tomorrow.
I don't even really like the game.
It will come. It will come eventually, but I just don't think it's going to be announced here. I think Pikmin 3 is more likely.
I would just throw them both in because they're Wii U ports. And
They should do a collection.
All right.
Mario 3D
Wii U
World and
games you
Pikmin
didn't
3.
buy collection.
All right. Apparently, Mario 3D World and Pikmin 3 are getting announced tomorrow.
Not
You know what?
Mario 3D World.
Let's throw in Tokyo Mirage Sessions as well.
All right. Now I think you're just
People
trying to
should buy
mess with
that
people
game.
now. I think you're just trying to.
And Wario.
You know what?
Don't mock
That's
game
it.
at Wario.
I'm putting Devil's Third in.
Had that Franck game.
I would love Devil's Third.
Don't lie.
What?
Have you beaten Devil's Third?
No, I never even bought it.
I beat it.
Scott made a whole video on that thing.
It's not that good.
Wait, you make videos?
That's where I know him from.
Time to time.
I didn't know.
Dude, he's got a
Who's at the monster truck rally in the background?
That's like 2 miles away from me. It's some idiot at like a carousel.
Dude, on Scott's second channel, he has an entire video of him looking through the Wii store before it closes. It's one of the most soothing things I've ever listened to.
Thank you. That's
like
I
was just editing, and I was like, it recommended. I was like, what is this? Scott's looking through the Wii, and he just spent like 25 minutes looking through the Wii store.
Yeah. Hey, it's fun looking through the stores.
Did you put a lot of ads on that?
No, I don't think I have anything monetized on the second channel.
You fool!
It's a passion project, okay?
Hey man, my second
I
channel.
want to talk about the Wii store today.
My second channel's not monetized either. That's why I was like laughing the whole time when I was doing the Joker video, because I was like, I don't care if WB or whoever claims this thing. I don't care. Do your worst.
I don't know why.
And they block it and give me a strike.
I always for some reason I pictured you while exporting the video like laughing maniacally with a cigar in your mouth.
Star Fox game. All right, so
I'm looking at the Wii U games right now. I'm trying to think.
So we don't think Metroid Prime 4 is getting anything here. They're just gonna not now, not till 2020 E3 when they
2D Metroid.
2D Metroid. Thank you. 2D Metroid. That one's going in. Boom. Who's developing that, by the way?
Whoever did Samus Returns, Mercury Steam.
That was Mercury, right? Yeah. All right, cool.
Mercury Sys, whatever they're called.
Cool. Very good.
I think we still need more. You know, people on like Twitter and random forums keep talking about Halo for some reason. So let's say Halo Spartan Assault, because everyone loves that game.
All right, here's the thing, Nate. You've brought that game up to me like 4 times, and every time I get really annoyed when you do it, which means it's probably going to be announced.
Who doesn't want a nice?
But that's Microsoft though. You said you didn't think Microsoft would be here.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm sure that game's coming because it's just going to frustrate me. But you said there's no Microsoft here.
Yeah, and it's
What about Gears Pop?
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, Gears Pop.
Tactics is Gears Tactics, right? I think that's coming at some point to the Switch.
How about Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Oh, you know what? Here's the weird third-party game. I'm putting this down that I think is going to show up. I'm going to go with XCOM.
Okay.
Honestly, that like
XCOM 2.
That makes sense.
The first or XCOM 2?
2. XCOM 2. Boom. It's in.
That makes sense.
I honestly can see that. They did Civ 6 last year.
Yeah.
And they've been saying they want to throw more support on the system, so that'd be a good fit.
All right, so we have all of that. I have Monolith closing out with new IP, and do you think they'll do like a port of one of their older games as well?
That wasn't like concept art. They did Link to Zelda.
They did. They're running support for Breath of the Wild too.
Oh yeah, yeah. So, but I think like the concept art just did not really look like Breath of the Wild at all. It kind of looked like their own take on a Zelda game.
Yeah, it's good.
Where like people spotted like a Triforce there.
I wonder if their new IP has like nothing to do with Xenoblade. That'd be crazy. Feels like it's like just looked completely different.
That's possible. I mean, they've been working on it independently for a while Xenoblade 2 is in development. So
I'm also going to throw Borderlands 2 in here as well.
I could imagine that the Monolith announcement would be close to the end of the Direct. Yes. It would kind of be like how Astral Chain was close to the end of the February Direct, because like I think Nintendo has been kind of keen on doing starting and ending these directs with kind of more like typical Nintendo stuff that most general Nintendo fans would like. Like in February we got Mario Maker 2 and then Link's Awakening, and I think most general Nintendo fans were like, yay. I feel like if Monolith ended, you know, like that's gonna please a lot of people, but a lot of like general Nintendo fans are gonna be like, you know, whatever. So I feel like maybe doubling that up with another announcement that's more first-party Nintendo, even though Nintendo owns Monolith.
How about
I feel like that feels more like it would make more sense.
How about we close out? Okay, so how about we have Monolith, and then we close out with the next Mario Odyssey style game.
Yeah, new 3D Mario game.
How about that? Either I know I probably said Mario Odyssey 2020 and Pikmin 4 2020, but either Mario Odyssey 2 or Pikmin 4, I could definitely see that doubling up with a Monolith game.
Galaxy 3.
That's what I said.
Ooh, Galaxy 3 would be legit.
Oh, I'm surprised no one said Sunshine 2.
I mean, you gotta save greatness for the launch.
Did you see
you
the
gotta you gotta save that for the launch of the next Switch, Nate, so we can start off quick. You know.
Yeah, if they want to doom the system.
All right, so here's what we have. All right. We have Smash Bros. Opens with Terry. Then we have Overwatch. Then we have Mario 3D World port, although Scott's betting $5 to take it out, and Nate seems to take that up. So we'll see about that.
Hey, I'm expecting a good Direct. He seems to think the Direct's going to suck. So we forgot Doom 64 Shadow Drop.
I'm saying
Shadow. That's going to be in the Sizzle Reel, right?
I'm looking into the Direct to be disappointed, so then I will be very happy with it if it's mediocre.
I don't think there's a way it can be disappointing because I mean, what do you even want at this point? There's so much stuff coming out on Switch.
Yeah, I'm pretty content with.
I don't even need this Direct.
I don't even know. For it.
I
don't even really know what I want. I'm just kind of like
Okay.
I have low expectations.
What's the other game for the Sizzle
I'm not
Reel?
expect the world.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Oh yeah, we need a release date for that.
It's supposed to be this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why is that coming out in winter? Like that's just like they announced that more than a year ahead of release. It's just so weird to me.
I'm gonna move Doom 64 out of the Sizzle Reel then and put that above it. There we go. Okay, so here's what we have. All right, for our technically no particular order, but this is just what I have it written up as. I do think Smash will open though, but Smash with Terry, Overwatch, Mario 3D World port, Pikmin 3 port with Pikmin 4 logo afterwards, Luigi's Mansion 3, Dragon Quest 11S. Online service with Super Nintendo games and probably Super Nintendo controller, Mario Maker 2 DLC, Super Mario Party 2, Link's Awakening demo, a Star Fox game, 2D Metroid, XCOM 2, Doom 64, and then the Sizzle Reel hits with Assassin's Creed 4 and Rogue, Alien Isolation Shadow Drop, A Hat in Time, Hollow Knight Silk Song, Ori and the Blind Forest, Resident Evil 5 and 6, Doom Eternal, Fallout 3, Borderlands 2, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, then Monolith's new IP or port, and then the new 3D Mario game closes out.
What about the Cuphead DLC?
Oh,
I could see that in the Sizzle Reel.
You think so? You don't think they would? I guess they could.
Does Microsoft really give a damn where it's online?
I mean, they have XO coming up.
Yeah, who the hell watches XO?
I mean, you figure they're like, we need to at least announce something. So you have at least Cuphead.
Cuphead really the place where the people at XO wanted, like, yeah,
dude,
Cuphead.
you saw that crowd last year.
They were paid.
They were the Ubisoft crowd, but that's the E3 thing. Like, here's Elder Scrolls Mobile for Switch. Oh my god, yeah! Come on, guys.
Gosh.
Really?
Is there anything we need to add or remove from this list?
Prey 2016. It's gonna come to Switch.
Prey, that's a good game though. If they do that, that'd be awesome.
I mean, like, I just looked over my PS4 games and I saw Prey and I was like, yeah, I could see that coming.
That's a game that a lot of people just didn't really like. That actually didn't do that well either in sales. That would be a good one.
It's a really weird reboot of a game that only had of a series that only had one game officially released.
Yeah, but it had like the best opening sequence ever.
There is one rumor we have to entertain, I think, still.
Okay.
Is that Pierre Schneider at IGN said that there is a GameCube game that tanked that he thinks is going to come back soon. Now, that really doesn't narrow things down.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, it's basically the entire GameCube library.
It would be that you assume it's a first party game though, right?
I wouldn't.
Second Sight, baby.
You wouldn't.
Did 13 come to GameCube?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
All right.
That's getting a remaster.
So you're thinking Geist then?
No, hell no.
That tanked, right?
Yeah, but why would Nintendo want to bring that back?
Gosh, Nate. All right, hold on. Well, here, how about, Nate, you pretend like you don't know what is while I read down these GameCube games.
I don't know what it is. I'm just trying to think of...
Yeah, that was interesting. He said that on Nintendo voice chat, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't assume it's a first-party game. I'm thinking it could literally be anything.
Man, that's tough,
didn't specify.
Though.
It's just a Nintendo bad game.
Yeah, like, how do you, like... Oh, man. Okay. How about, hold on. I need to know how this game sold.
Like, Killer 7 has been discussed for Switch.
That's on Steam, though. And it's on PS2.
But, like, if he's just talking about the Switch release and not just a general comeback...
All right, here's how we do this. We get 1080 Avalanche. No one bought. Did anyone buy that game?
I think I did.
Did you? Oh.
I have it.
I think I have that too. Right? That's one of the games I got. Yeah.
Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. One more.
Yeah, there's a reason that game.
Nobody bought it.
Is it a? You think it's a GameCube only game? It is weird that he wouldn't just say, Like,
I mean, it could be like Skies of Arcadia.
Did Twin Snakes not do well? I don't think it did.
Twin Snakes did not do well.
Ooh, and we want
No,
Metal Gear.
It's not happening. Just
I would find that really weird that out of all games for Konami
Oh,
to
what about
put on Switch, it would be Twin Snakes.
What about either Eternal Darkness or Baten Kaitos?
I don't think Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo's been renewing that Eternal Darkness trademark annually.
Eternal Darkness would need a lot of fixing up in terms of like upgrading the oh my god, the insanity effects.
You know, it'd be awesome.
Yeah, you can't have the
Because
TV
they're very
photo,
dated. Because like, oh man, this CRT looking mute like text comes up.
You know,
it's not gonna mess
be
with
You
great
need like
as
the
if,
Switch to like launch the Joy-Cons off the system. And be like, what the hell just happened?
What'd be great is if EA would let like Rogue Squadron go. That'd be cool.
So I'm trying to think.
Kirby
what's a
Air Ride?
really good GameCube game that bombed?
I'm sure somebody in the comments is probably like typing it 800 times right now. Wave Race.
Custom Robo, Chibi Robo,
Didn't they light?
F-Zero GX.
They lit them on fire, didn't they? On their Twitter account.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's tough. That's tough. Oh, Gotcha Force.
there it is.
We got it.
That's the one everyone wants.
We
And
got
now
it.
those GameCube versions plummet in price.
There we. What? No.
No, that doesn't happen. I think that's a misconception.
That's tough though, because man, I don't know.
I mean, it fits too many things. Like, I mean, Skies of Arcadia didn't sell well on the GameCube, so that would fit. But Piano 3 didn't sell well on the GameCube.
Skies of Arcadia would be sick though if that came back. That'd be amazing.
I mean, hasn't Sega? It seems like that would be the next thing for Sega to do
Get one of their older IPs
after
yeah.
Shenmue is go to Skies of Arcadia.
So
like, you've had the characters in Valkyria Chronicles and stuff, so it's not like Vice isn't known.
Ooh, Shenmue remasters could come to Switch.
Oh my God! Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Add it to
literally-
the sizzle reel.
okay,
It
got
literally just moved when you said that. Like, could you imagine Shenmue wherever you go?
Yeah, I have it on
like
the-
real life.
Yeah, it's on
While
my.
you're taking in the dump.
I just like how you told me, like, can you imagine that? And I'm just imagining my life with Shenmue on the go. It is literally the exact same.
Sean,
Like,
don't
where are you going? I'm on a bus going to get groceries. Like, what are you doing in Shenmue? I'm buying soda. Wow.
Sean, don't
Could you imagine?
You don't have a GPD win, Sean?
No, what
Oh.
is that?
It's the handheld little computer that you can use. Shenmue plays on there.
That thing's like $400.
Ryo leaves his house more in a day than Sean leaves in a week. Like
I
today,
left
Sean
the
went
house
grocery
twice.
shopping, went to GameStop. Ryo does that like for a whole day. He leaves his house.
That's because he doesn't have a car and everything is far down the road. And he doesn't have DoorDash.
Either DoorDash.
No, that would have made the game a
my
lot
gosh.
easier, actually.
All right, so GameCube game we'll just put in there tentatively. I don't know if anyone has a guess. I'm gonna put in Mario Sunshine. There we go.
Oh,
All right.
Well, you're putting in Mario.
that in?
You're doing Mario 3D World port, Mario Odyssey 2, and Mario Sunshine.
It's gonna be a Mario kind of Wednesday. There we go.
I mean, I'm down, but I don't know.
All right, so what do you think it is, Nate? What GameCube game are you gonna guess?
I would go Skies of Arcadia if I had to go
Skies of
with
Arcadia. You
a
know
third
what?
party. I would go Skies or Viewtiful Joe.
I'm okay. I want Beautiful Joe.
I would go with those two. If I went first party, I'd go with Battalion Wars.
I don't think
'cause
did
of
Beautiful Joe
tank.
even. I don't know. Did Beautiful Joe not sell well?
Beautiful Joe 1 sold pretty
Yeah,
well, and then the
Beautiful
second
one.
one bombed.
Okay.
All the other ones didn't do
Well, I'm
good.
gonna put Beautiful Joe there.
Red Hot Rumble.
Just to,
Oh,
just to
God.
try to will it into existence. I'm going to put that in there. So let me close out with the GameCube game, which, sure, Beautiful Joe or Skies of Arcadia, the Monolith New IP / port announcements, and then new 3D Mario game to close it out. And that totals, I think, just over 30 games that we would showcase in the Direct.
That sounds pretty good for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty
I
good.
don't know, man. We need to come up with things that nobody will care about.
Okay, so what I will do,
A
is I
Kirby
will
game. There hasn't been a Kirby game in 2 years.
Disney Zuzu or whatever.
Kirby game.
I feel like if there's a Kirby game, it's gonna be like a downloadable only thing. They did that on 3DS, where they would take stuff from the 3DS Kirby games and they would like expand it into their own little mini game sort of thing.
Yeah, they had, like,
I
those
think
Kirby
that would be
Brawl
likely.
things.
So what I will do is take this list that we have created and I'll put it in the description down below so everyone can laugh at it. Okay. I think we're good then.
Whoever laughs at it, just know Mario 3D World port. That was not my idea.
well, everyone
Everything else is fine.
Everyone else can let us know what their predictions are down below for their direct, because we named like 30 games or something here. So we put together an alright list. I think people will be happy with this direct that we put together, which means that the real direct will probably look nothing like this.
No. Hey, all I know is I'm excited for this direct, and that never happened.
Okay. I'm actually hyped, Nate, because you're actually excited. Every time I've talked to you about a direct, you're like, all right, I guess.
I'm expecting a really good direct this time. I don't know why, but I feel like this is going to be that direct for 2019. That's like, yeah, Nintendo.
Well, their 2019 their 2019 so far, first party wise, has been a little light in terms of just like, it's very lopsided in terms of like, all right, there was nothing for 6 months.
Yeah, now here's everything.
And then they
on
just
your lap.
unleashed a bunch of stuff like weeks apart from each other.
Well, let me ask you this, Scott. Did you like the E3 direct?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay,
I thought the middle
Nate
was kind of
didn't like it at all.
I thought the beginning and ending were pretty good, but
If you removed Breath of the Wild 2, it wasn't that good of a direct.
All right, see,
Wasn't
that's
that
what I'm
bad?
saying.
Nothing happened.
if you remove all the game announcements from our Nintendo Direct, it's not going to be good.
No, you can't. It doesn't work like that.
Okay, so we have a pretty good list here, I would say. So I think we're good. But the direct is airing tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 40 minutes. Let us know what your games are down below. Make sure you check out everyone's channels. They are all linked in the description below. Is there anything else you guys wanted to say before the inevitable Nintendo Direct that's going to air?
There's gonna be games.
Okay.
If 3D World Port is in the direct, everyone, I want you to tweet at Scott the Waz that he owes me $5.
Gosh.
If there is not a 3D World port in the Direct, I'm just going to be very happy. So happy.
Wood, you good?
Yeah, I'm great.
Okay, cool.
A fantastic time.
Well, thanks everyone for coming out, listening to what ended up being much longer than I thought it would be, but I think we had fun. It's been like an hour, 15 hour, 20 of us just talking about a direct that hasn't even happened.
Yeah, we learned about Sean's grocery habits.
Right?
Yeah.
It was like a little spawn cast. It was fun.
And honey ham.
It was fun. All right, thanks everyone. Have fun at the direct. I'm sure we'll be hearing from everybody after the direct happens. We'll see you guys then.